Hi, Kirsten here. Today I have a practice for lower back stiffness. I find that with low back stiffness, a lot of times we can get into this kind of like, wanting to stretch things out and really pulling and tugging on it. And sometimes that can actually make it worse. So this is a very easy, gentle practice just to help get some mobility in that area. So you're going to start by lying down on your back with your knees bent, your feet about hip width apart. You can always place a pillow or something under your head so your neck feels good. And we're going to begin by rocking the pelvis. So you're going to bring your hands on top of your hip bones. Rock your hip bones gently towards your chest. This could be a very small motion. You probably won't see a lot of movement in my back. Now my back is hammocking, pressing into the floor. And then I'm going to rock my hip bones a little bit the other direction, down towards my feet. And I might feel here that my lower back is lifting a little bit off the ground. And you'll go back and forth, rocking your hip bones towards your chest, and then rocking your hip bones towards your feet. So as you go back and forth, I want you to notice the sensations. Notice if one direction feels a little bit easier or less stiff. Notice if you feel any discomfort or tugging. And try to stay in the range of motion for now that feels just pretty good, right? You might feel a little bit of discomfort, but you don't want to feel any sharp pain, anything major. Now you're going to continue this movement, but we're going to add a little breath. So as you exhale, you're going to bring your back into the floor. Feel your abdominals falling inward here. And then inhale, rock your hip bones down towards your feet. Feel as though your belly muscles here are stretching a bit. Exhale, your belly muscles draw a little bit in as your back flattens. And then inhale, rocking your hips the other way. Abdominals lengthening, and you'll continue this a few more rounds. See if you can keep your glute muscles, your tush muscles soft for now so they're not squeezing or gripping, as though you're just rocking the bones of your hips, the bones of your pelvis back and forth. And then slowly make your way to center. And we're going to take a little rotation now. I find with lower back stiffness, sometimes rotation feels really, really good. And other times it can feel a little icky. So if it's not feeling great, you can skip this or make it very, very small. You're going to tip your knees over to one side. As I do this, my pelvis is turning with my legs, but I'm keeping my rib cage and my upper body heavy in the floor. So I'm just going to go to the range of motion that feels comfortable. You might find a little stretch in the side of your waist or your back. And then you're going to slowly bring your legs and your hips as a team back to center. Same thing to the other side. Let your knees tip the other direction. Hips will turn. Pause. Breathe. Notice what you feel. And then come back to center. Let's go inhaling now as we come into that twist. And exhale, feel a little deepening through the belly wall as you come back to center. And other side, inhale, a little twist. Exhale, a little deepening of the belly to come back to center. Again, this can be as small as you like. Inhale over. And exhale back to center. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to take a bridge. So feet about hip width apart, comfortably close to the hips. You're going to tip your pelvis under like you were doing before. So my back is pressing into the ground. Now I'm going to see if I can peel my tailbone off and then my lower back and middle back and upper back off the floor. So it's not about how high you go here, but you're just really pressing into the feet to get that connection through the backs of the legs and tush. And then you'll roll down from your upper back to your middle back to your lower back, and letting your hips settle back into the center. And again, exhale, tip the pelvis under, peel your hips and your back off of the floor. You can take a breath in at the top, and then exhale, slowly roll it down. Again, breathing in, exhale, peeling your back off. Again, you can just stop at a range that feels comfortable for your back. If it feels good to make it bigger, you can. And then roll it down. So working here on the articulation of your spine. And again, connecting to the back line of the hips. A little work through the tush, backs of the legs, and down. So a cue here that I give clients often is the reach of the knees forward. So as you press into your feet and you come up, think of your knees going away from your chest. So you get a little extra length here through the fronts of the hips, and then rolling down, your knees will come a little closer to you again. Try 2 more of those. Rolling up and down and 1 more, rolling up and exhale, roll it down. If you get off on the breath, just remember to keep breathing. From here, we'll do a back of the leg stretch, because I often find that tightness here contributes to stiffness up in here. So you can either hold on to the back of your thigh with your hands, or you can grab a towel or a belt and use that at the back of the leg. So from here, I'm going to flex my foot and reach my heel up towards the ceiling just until I find a comfortable stretch. And then I'm going to point my foot and relax my knee. Few more times. Flex the foot. Stretch the heel up, finding a stretch in the back of the leg. My hips are heavy in the floor, so I'm not tugging my leg so close to me that my butt lifts up. And then I'm going to point my foot and release. Let's do that a few more times. Flex and extend. Point and bend. Again, easy breathing as you do this. A nice smooth motion. And bend. 1 more. And bend. And then you can go into that stretch, hang out there, breathe. Might feel nice to point and flex the foot a bit. One more breath. And release that foot down. And then you can switch sides. So bring another leg in. Easy shoulders, easy hips. You'll flex the foot. You're going to stretch that heel up. And little point through the foot as you bend the knee. And again, flex and stretch. And point and bend. And flex and extend. Point and bend. 2 more up. And down. 1 more, flex and stretch. And down. And then go ahead and come into that stretch and breathe, either just hanging out here, or if it feels nice, you can point and flex your foot a few times, getting some nice motion through your lower leg and ankle and foot. Take 1 more breath in. Slow breath out. And release. And that's it for your practice today. I hope that's helpful. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments, comments in the comments below.